This may come as no surprise, but I love old churches. Here at Fort Benning, Georgia, perhaps the most iconic building on the Old Post is the Infantry Chapel. Built in 1935 and modeled after the First Presbyterian Church in Savannah, generations of military and world leaders have sat in its pews and nourished their souls. A few months ago, while redeploying, some coworkers and I had a long layover in Paris, and we took the opportunity to explore La Ville de Lumière, the City of Lights. As Thomas Jefferson said 2 centuries ago, a walk about Paris will provide lessons in history, beauty, and in the point of life. But what captured my attention were these historic churches. And what I love about old churches isn't just that they're houses of worship, but it's their drama, their scale, their magnitude, and the vision that it required to build them in a time hundreds and even thousands of years before computer-aided design. Because as you walk into these sacred spaces, you can't help but think about the work and the skill required to create them. That brings to mind a story about a 15th century architect named Sir Christopher Wren and 2 stonemasons. Now, stonemasonry is a meticulous, tedious, and back-breaking job, chipping away at rock, leveling surfaces, hoisting them into position over generations in some cases. And in the story, the architect walks up to one stonemason and he asks him what he was doing. With incredulity, he answered, I'm cutting stones. I'm leveling them. I'm stacking them on top of each other. He walks up to a second stonemason, conducting the same laborious work, and asks what he is doing. And this man says, I am building a cathedral. This story has been retold many times as a parable that illustrates the power perspective has to transform not only our attitudes, but also our lives. The season we've lived through so far has been challenging. It's stressed our relationships, our work environment, our resiliency. But with pain often comes gain. And one of the keys to success in any area of life is maintaining perspective and seeing the bigger picture. Both of these stonemasons were doing the same thing, but only one remembered why. The question I have for you is, what have you learned through the season of COVID-19? What has the pain produced in you? Perspective matters. We may be laying bricks every day, just trying to get through 2020, but if we can envision the cathedral that is being built, this season of our lives can actually bring us purpose, and you may be better for it.